and inside here is our school hall. We've been in school now for 50 years, and I think the biggest thing that's changed in this school is when its first ever years of being a school, it had a built-in stage and it was very small, but now we've extended all of it, we've put displays up, and also we used to have a little chalkboard where we all used to write on, but now we have this huge TV in there, and that's a big difference.
School hall. 50 years ago, the school wouldn't have this fantastic school board, and we wouldn't have this fantastic trip that goes strawberry picking.
I joined Holy Cross as a deputy head teacher in 1987, and I stayed here for 5.5 years, and then from there I went on to headship after that. During that time, when I arrived at Holy Cross, there were 52 children in the school, and today 227, so the school capacity has increased by 175, and the classrooms have just changed beyond recall. There were 3.5, if you can call 3.5 classes. There was a space that was also used, a library space that was used as a classroom, and the head teacher at that time worked 3.5 days a week as a teacher, as well as fulfilling his role as head teacher.
The most important thing about Holy Cross is our Catholic values, and not just for the religious aspect, but it's about teaching the children to be good to each other, how they react to each other, how they interact with each other, but also giving them a set of tools to be able to cope in life with those times in life when things are really difficult. So that's the primary reason of being in a Catholic school, with the Catholic values. How the school's changed over time has been phenomenal.
This school is old, like 50 years old, and we have some new bits, which is a quarter of our hall. Wow. I don't think they would have had this in 50 years ago, do you? How do you think this school's changed over 50 years?
I'd imagine that the building's changed a great deal. I think over the past 50 years, I think a lot has happened. I mean, I'm sure the people who are here now have probably seen a lot change in terms of the buildings, the playgrounds, and all sorts of things. But I think one of the big things that's changed in school is all the technology that we use in our classrooms. I think 50 years ago, we wouldn't have had whiteboards, we wouldn't have had iPads, we wouldn't have had laptops. I think that's probably a big change.
We would have probably just had blackboards and stuff like
definitely.
that.
When I was at school, although that wasn't quite 50 years ago, we still had blackboards, we didn't have any of this. So there's been a lot of changes in technology, I think.
In this hall 50 years ago, there used to be a stage right where I'm standing, and they did lots of different performances.
These were reception class, and that classroom is still exactly the same.
I hope to still be here in 50 years. How do I see the school developing in 50 years? I think there'll be a push for more interactivity across the school. I think the days of paper displays will go probably, and you'll have things like interactive televisions, if there are such things as television, some sort of wall perhaps. Not even, as there's a teacher shortage, you might even have virtual teachers, which will be quite interesting. The Catholic values won't change, the Bible hasn't changed since its conception.
Sister goes here as well. This school has been passed on from generation to generation.
What's your favourite bit about this school? At Holy Cross, you make lots of friends.
Job at this school.
We have the little kids in the area.